Hey, to anyone who this may concern, I'm just gonna put this in front here and say that, I goofed up on this recording. I accidentally recorded the audio from my microphone on top of the audio for the video itself. Usually I record the audio for my mic and what I say and stuff differently, in a different track than what goes on in the game, so that I can edit whatever I need to out of whatever I do or say, or if there's some sort of noise in the background, I can fix it up. However, I screwed up a bit on that, so yeah, just gonna say right now that there's probably going to be some white noise in the back, maybe some things here and there every now and then that might not be explained. Yeah, so sorry about that. If this is gonna ruin your enjoyability, then I suggest maybe looking up this particular hour and a half or so somewhere else. You know, just to get that hour and a half gone and then come back. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. It's not really... It really isn't a big deal for me. So anyway, I'm sorry that I screwed up on this one, and hope you guys have a good day. Alright, let's get to it now. The bursting sounds of an impact, a headache, excitation of every emotion. The distorted world waves once, returning at once, returning to normal. The pain throughout my body disappears completely. Like magic. I don't have a single wound now. Instead, I feel a piercing pain in my brain. I get nauseous, but endure it. I'm sitting in the sofa with my phone to my ear. Another successful time leap. Now that I've tested it, it looks like its success rate is 100%. If I tell that to Kurisu, it would surely boost her self-esteem. But we'll save that for after everything's settled. I stand up strong and look around the lab. Kurisu, who was dozing off next to me, wakes up with a jerk at the sound of my voice.
徹夜明けなんだから少し休ませろ。
マユリはどこだ。いきなりなんぞ。マユ氏ならルカ氏のところ行くって言ってたじゃん。
She already left? I should call her, send a mail. I need to get in touch with her somehow. Mayuri is meeting with someone now. Whom? Let's think about it. Let's consider every possibility. No good. I can't think straight. I'm just getting hasty. Hold on, maybe if I just call Rikuko. Come on, call Rikuko. If she's with Rikuko, she should be Fine. Don't call Rikuko. Shit. Earlier, that is before I time-leapt, I had asked where Mayuri went. No, there's a way. Earlier we failed since we met at Akihabara Station. We can't go to the station after all. We can go by foot or by taxi to another station, and then hide somewhere until things calm down. For now, all I can do is wait for Mayuri to return. I'm feeling very impatient. I thought I should explain the situation to Kurisu and Daru, but I don't have the emotional capacity. And if I talk, I might get those two involved. I should do something by myself. I don't want to see any more of my comrades die. Just like before, the Braun Tube workshop is closing a little bit early. Suzuha and manager about to come out, and Mayuri comes back. We pass through Kanda Shrine's back street to Ochanimozu Station. In order to get to the Sobu line, before operations suspend, we run without considering the danger of running into assassins. But in front of Ochonamizu Station, men that look like assassins are men that look like assassins. So we hurriedly changed plans to take the Chiyodoma subway line at Ochonamizu Station. God damn it. Ochanomizu Station. Yeah, that. We arrive at the station surprisingly late. I usually don't use the station, so I lost my way. Nervous, I stare at Shin Ochonamizu Station's platform clock. The Yamate, Keihin Tohoku, and Sobu lines have already suspended operations. The influence reaches even the Chiyoda line. It seems they've learned from the previous terrorist bomb threats and suspended operations of even directly unrelated lines for safety purposes. Don't tell me the subways are getting suspended too. Mayuri doesn't complain about my abrupt behavior. I've time-lapsed several times, but she always follows me without complaining. Does she really trust me that much? Maybe she can tell my urgency. That's why I want to save her. We've been together for more than a decade. She's like a 2 years younger little sister to me. I'll time-leap any number of times if I can save Mayuri. When I stare at her, Mayuri tilts her head with a troubled face.
ね、オカリ、マユシは聞きたいこといっぱいあるけど、今は我慢しとくね。その代わり、終わったらね、全部聞かせてほしいです。
Yep. Will do, kid. Will do.
ああ、約束する。
Mayuri smiles happily at that answer. That's right. While we wait for the train, I need to get as much information from Mayuri as I can. Hindsight is 2020.
お前、ルカ子に会った後はどこに行っていた？
ふぶきちゃんからメールがあってね、マユシーのコスにちょっと問題発生しちゃってたのです。糸がほつれてるところがあったんだ。それを直しに。
ふぶきちゃんというのはどこに住んでいる？
住んでるっていうかね、今ちょうど UPX のスタベまで来てたのです。
So that's what it was. And then an announcement of resumed operations flooded through. About 20 minutes have passed since we arrived at the station. It's okay. I didn't expect to be stuck here for 20 minutes, though. At this time, Mooka should be in Akihabara heading to the lab. So it's okay. While waiting for the train, I examined the route map on the station's notice board. A direct private rail to Yoyogi Uehara is in operation, so we might waste a little time, but it'll take us straight to Odawara. Then it's announced that the Yoyogi Uehara train has arrived. I see the train's light through the dark tunnel. It comes closer with a roar. Mayuri's standing in front, on the white line, waiting for the train. You know, I'm really not liking where this is going. Because Mayuri got unexpectedly killed by a car. And we're in a train station trying to run away, and it's pretty much about the same time. I don't like where this is gonna go. I'm pretty sure I know where this is gonna go. God fucking damn it. But I let go when I realized we don't need to run once we're in the train. The roar comes closer.
今日のパーティー。
Mayuri turns and talks to me. I couldn't quite hear her over the train's sound.
中止になったけど、絶対にいつか。マユリお姉ちゃん。
Suddenly Mayuri disappears from view.
え
God damn it! Mayuri's body flies onto the railway track, as if pushed. Immediately afterward, the train slides in with tremendous speed. I think I hear a strange sound from under the train as it enters the platform. A sound bringing physiological discomfort. The train clearly slammed on the brakes. The people on the platform scream. Right next to me, in Mayuri's place, stands a familiar girl. Around elementary student height, innocent features, carrying a lovely black rabbit pouch. Tennoji Nai. She looks up at me. She opens her eyes wide. Her lips tremble with fear. Damn it. At a loss for words, she turns her back on me and starts running away. She disappears into the exit stairway. The platform is in chaos. The premise broadcasts inform of the accident. I don't chase Nai. I timidly peek down through the gap between the train and platform. Don't do that! Why would you look? Shouldn't you know what happens if someone gets squished by a goddamn train? One side, red. My mind goes blank. I can't think straight. I don't remember how I got back to the lab. Mooka's group should have come here long ago, but the time leap machine is still here. Well, I'd be in trouble if they took it. I don't quite remember my own phone number, so I had a little difficulty inputting the machine's settings. Now, take me away. Leaping really is instantaneous. Tyler said something like a 10-year jump takes an hour. A 10-year jump. Right now, I have no use for that. Furthermore, Kurusu said the time leaping in that long an interval could cause mental disorders due to the gap in personality and memory.
Juicy karage #1!
Mayuri singing her own song. Not eating juicy karage #1, but some karage-kun she bought at the convenience store. Since she can't warm it up in the microwave, which is now a dedicated part of the time leap machine. I was right to come back 5 hours. Mayuri's still in the lab. But just what exactly was that earlier? I bite my lip at the bitter thoughts. Mayuri died again. At Ochanomizu Station, a place completely unrelated to the lab or to the explosion. Tennoji Nai pushed her. She was run over by the train and torn to shreds. Don't tell me the kid was a CERN conspirator. No. Those were the actions of a normal little girl. Naya has a habit of happy jumping to Mayuri whenever she sees her. But just what was with that timing? I don't know. I sense malice. Whose malice? If I have to say, then maybe it's a prank of fate. But still, I've returned again, so I need to start acting immediately. I'll definitely save Mayuri. Since I can time limit, I can and must save her. Just a side note, it seems like there's a little bit more spelling errors in the second half. I don't know so far, because there's a little bit more of like a grammatical errors here and there every now and then that I've been getting. I don't know. Maybe it's just this earlier bit of the second half, but it just seems off. This time we take a taxi from Chuodori. This isn't a time to be thrifty. Mayuri doesn't complain this time either. I considered going back to her family in Ikebukuro, but Mooka's group might be lurking around their house. What are they doing now? I don't have a grasp on that pattern. So I decided to go to Shinagawa. But the roads are abnormally crowded. The driver said it's never been this crowded before. I thought that the road might even be closed. We escaped from Akiba, but we can't reach Shinagawa. I thought of getting off halfway and taking a train, but I decided not to once I remember what happened in Shinochuni in the other station. I'm not even going to try anymore. Nothing but bad feelings about this. Thinking that this is congestion could have been caused by Mooka's group. I keep looking around the car's circumference. So much that Mayuri warned me that my eyes look scary. 3 hours pass. The car still doesn't move. According to the conversation between our driver and another driver I overheard, it seems that there's a large-scale inspection ahead. Furthermore, it doesn't seem like it's led by police, and there's a fight going on there, and such. Even more unluckily, this road has already been closed off, and all remaining cars are being detoured. Incidentally, including our taxi, there's only 100 cars, but the inspection has been on standstill for 3 hours. Stuff like that. I can't believe this. I don't think it's a coincidence. Once again, I feel the malice of a prank of fate. Can I not save Mayuri this time either? At this rate, we should have gotten off the taxi instead of waiting for it to move. No, it's still not too late. I should pay the driver and get off at once. Oh, god damn it! Just as that thought passes my mind, a silhouette bangs on the window from outside. Even though it's congested and the taxi is stopped in the middle of the road. No, he's not just banging it. He opens the door and barges into the back seat with Mayuri and me. In the man's hand, a blade. He's an assassin! Before I can finish, the man gags Mayuri's mouth with his large hand. Trying to escape somehow, I try to open the door, but it won't open. The taxi is locked so that it can't be opened from the rear seat. No, damn it, no! Mayuri opens her eyes wide. Her body twitches.
Nani?
In the narrow car, an unthinkable scene. I hurriedly avert my gaze. The man's knife piercing deep into Mayuri's chest. A red spot stains her clothes. God damn it, why?
声を出すな、岡部倫太郎。
Another man gets into the passenger seat. He points a gun at the driver and says something in a small voice. Strength drains from Mayuri's body. Her eyes slowly close. Lines of tears streaming down the corners of her eyes. All of that. Before my eyes. At a distance where I can feel her last breath. She was killed again. Why? Why? Why can't I save her? Why won't you let me save her? Who's the one who wants to kill Mayuri? Moeka? CERN? Or does the world itself wish for Mayuri's death? I won't accept that. I clench my teeth hard. I headbutt the man who stabbed Heron to death in the nose. I shout to the driver. I crawl out the taxi and escape, weaving through the cars. After running back to the lab for several hours, luckily the time leap machine is still there. I'll leap through time again. Maybe it's impossible to run away with Mayuri. After going back 6 hours, I grab my head and bite my lip. I feel like I've hit a dead end. I can't save Mayuri. How should I save her? Running away might be impossible.
無理なものか。絶対に助けてやる。
何のこと？
Mayuri just stares blankly. I take Mayuri and dash to the police station. I ask them to protect her, and tell several policemen the circumstances. I desperately explain that Mayuri is going to be killed in a few hours, but they turned us away with an explanation that the police can't act without hard evidence that a stalker will cause damages. 6 hours passed since I left the police station, and in the end, we're left with no choices but to keep running. It would be great if everything was just a series of unfortunate events, because then we could have second tries at changing the station, or Shinagawa. But I don't have the courage to walk about the streets of Akiba now. At the end of the day, the number of paths we can take are reduced. Now I'm afraid to ride subways and taxis. If we ride those, or rather, try to ride them, Mayuri will die. That image sticks to my mind. What am I doing? In these past dozens of hours, I've seen Mayuri die several times. I don't want to see Mayuri's pitiful figure anymore. We take refuge in Yodobashi Camera. I thought we could keep hiding there. But after 7 hours, the explosion happens in front of the station. Yodobashi goes into chaos. Several policemen appear to start evacuation. Anyone who doesn't comply is mistaken for a terrorist and shot. Impossible. This isn't America. It's not normal for Japan's police to shoot guns without warning shots. Mayuri died. Quickly. She got hit by a policeman's bullet. It doesn't matter if they were real policemen or disguised CERN assassins. I was convinced. The world itself is trying to kill Mayuri. Damn. After going back to daytime, I don't act immediately, but suddenly sit on the couch and thought. I've tried to evade Mayuri's death over and over, yet it always ends in the worst possible way. And the fate of Mayuri's death is gradually twisting. Fate. Basically cause and effect. What is the cause of Mayuri's death? In order to collect the time machine we made, CERN sent assassins, including Moeka. That is the answer I came up with. But when I kept time leaping to try to evade Mayuri's death, the cause became significantly twisted. At the station, Tennoji Nai pushed her off the platform. That clearly wasn't related to CERN. It was an accident. The person who kills Mayuri changes. At first it was Mooka, but eventually, other people besides Mooka ended up killing her. Just what does that mean? No matter how much I think, I can't come up with an answer. I wanted someone to tell me, but it's not like anyone can. Because I'm the only person in the history of mankind to overcome the barrier of time. No, there's one more. John Titor. But I don't have a way of contacting him. He won't reply even if I sent him mail. And he disappeared from Ad Channel. I'm not even fully convinced he's a real time traveler in the first place. I gave up running away this time. Instead, I take a different approach. If running away is no good, then let's do something else. I think Mooka's mail saying, there's something important about the time machine we need to talk about. So I want us to meet alone. I designate the place as the Radio Kaikon rooftop. The blockaded Radio Kaikon, where the satellite is still lodged. But it's already been 2 weeks since it crashed. The police aren't securing it anymore. It's crowded, but I easily sneak in. Though the shutters are partly open, and I put on a face that said, "I'm an official," as I came in. I came here before Dr. Nakabachi's presentation. Wait, in this world line, Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled. Obviously, nobody's here except me. Since my opponent's a merciless murderer machine, this is a dangerous bet. Mooka might have a gun, but I have no intention to go easy on her. The meeting time is at 5:30. There's still more than 20 minutes left. I came here early to perform an ambush. I've been hiding here for 30 minutes already. Quietly in bated breathing. I hear the door open. Mooka appears alone. She looks around restlessly. She still hasn't noticed me. I take my gun out of my shirt. It's not real. It's Fujigetter number 1, bit particle gun. It's called a gun, but it just looks like a toy ray gun. We hacked a TV remote into it. Of course, its lethality is 0. This is obviously a bluff, but this is all I could prepare on short notice. I rushed to Mooka's back. I thrust bit particle gun into her back.
動くな。両手を上げろ。
Just like a Hollywood movie. But the tension was unusual. This isn't a movie. She's not an actress. This is reality. She's a murderer. After Mooka silently raises her hands, I grow up her clothes. Sure enough, she was hiding a gun. I take it away and exchange it with bit particle gun.
残念だったな。最初の銃はおもちゃだ。話を聞きたい。お前がセルンの死角であることは分かっている。
なぜ？
知りたいのか。知りたいのかよ。
I boil over with frustration and rage. Because of her. Because of her, Mayuri.
俺はタイムマシンで未来から来た。冗談だと思っているのか。だが俺はすでに 4,5 回は同じ時間を繰り返してきた。
I don't remember how many times anymore. It feels like I've looped dozens of hours. I haven't slept at all that entire time. Strangely, I'm not sleepy whatsoever.
だからこれからお前たちが何をするかも知っている。7時過ぎに電車が止まる。爆破予告のせいでな。
Yeah, I read your fucking book, bitch. Mocha loses her breath. So it was their doing after all.
お前と仲間たちが今日ラボを襲撃することも知っている。そこでお前がマユリを殺すこともだ。
私も
理解したか。俺がタイムリーパーだと。
Mocha nods faintly. I can easily kill her here and now. But I don't. First I need to get her to talk.
お前たちはセルンの何なんだ。
ラウンダー
Mocha answered with a surprising obedience. She easily steals other people's lives, but values her own.
ラウンダー。一体どういう組織なんだ。セルンとの関係性は。
メールで
ダメだ。口頭で説明しろ。
ラウンダーはセルンとは別組織。公には出てこない。そういう扱い。
秘密の傭兵部隊か。
違う。IBN5100。
What?
その情報収集と回収のため世界中に散らばってそれを集める。
The IBN 5100. Now that she mentions it, she has always been obsessed with that retro PC. Furthermore, Steins' database uses those IBN 5100s. That computer has a premium attached to it. It's difficult to obtain. Is it because these guys have a worldwide monopoly on them?
ラウンダーの規模は。答えろ。
知らない。まただから。
So she's only a peripheral member then.
俺が手に入れた IBN5100 を盗んだのもやはりお前だな。なぜ IBN5100 の情報を。ハッキング対策か。
機密保持。最も優先すべき事項だから。
Right. So much so that you need to kill people in order to fucking do it, huh? I hate people like you so fucking much.
セルンの
一体何が隠されている。タイムトラベルの人体実験やその実験で何百人と殺しているという情報は普通の PC でもハッキングで見ることができた。 IBN5100 で構築されたデータベースにはそれ以上の極秘情報があるというのか。
知らない。
末端だからか。
I said so sarcastically, but Mocha nods. Damn, useless bitch.
なぜラボを襲った。いやお前にとってはこれから襲うか。
分かっているはず。
セルンへのハッキングをしたからか。
理由は3つ。1つは知ったから。君たちが知ってはいけないこと。
So they did find out about the hacking.
それとタイムマシン。君たちが作った。
And they want to steal that, huh? It seems CERN wants a monopoly on the time machine technology to the very end.
決定的だったのは君たちがそのタイムマシンを世間に公表しようとしたこと。
How the hell do you guys know that? You weren't there when they said that. Did you bug their fucking apartment or something? How does she know that much? We decided that all right after the time leap machine was completed. Basically, 3 hours ago.
だから 全員を拘束。
拘束？真由里を殺したではないか。
あの子は必要ない。
I flip out at that word. I nearly pulled the trigger.
タイムマシーンを作ったのは君とマキセと橋田だから、あの子は殺しても構わない。
Well, it matters to me, you fucking asshole.
そう言われた。
俺たちを拘束してどうするつもりだった？
セルンの施設に監禁してタイムマシン実用化の研究を。
Right. Okay. Say you did capture us. The fuck makes you think we're actually gonna work for you? Huh?
そうやってこれまでにもセルン以外のタイムマシン研究を潰してきたんじゃないか。
私は回収しろと言われただけ。
お前のことを一瞬でも仲間にした俺が間違いだった。
I hate to say I told you so, especially now. But, yeah.
セルンのため、すべて FP の命令、すべて何でもやる。 FP の指示なら。
FB. Is that her superior's name?
岡部君、君なのジョン・タイターは。
何？
John Titer.
考えられない君しか。
Me?
何をバカな。
I pressed the gun into Moeka's back more strongly.
それより死にたくなかったら今すぐにお前の仲間とそれと FB とやらに連絡しろ。ラボ襲撃は中止だと。
Moeka shakes her head left and right.
そんな権限ない。
Well then get the authority.
知ったことか。権限がなかろうが何とかするんだ。でないと殺す。
We'll do it. He'll do it. If there's a choice to do it, then I'm gonna fucking go for it. I can't kill her. I'm not a murderer. Honestly, my hands are trembling just like Moeka's did when she attacked the lab.
なんで殺したんだ。
Even though her hands were trembling back then. Even though murder is a dreadful thing. Right now, when I said I'll kill you, the trembling got even stronger.
お前もあんなことしたくなかったんだろう。なのになんで。
私は従うだけ。 FB に。
だったらその FB とかいうやつをここに連れてこい。
Moeka shakes her head again.
だからそっちの事情なんて知ったことじゃないと。
無理なの。 FB に会ったことは。
Something hard is pushed onto my back. I get the chills. I didn't notice any signs at all. Someone's behind me.
銃を捨てろ。
A man's voice. Moeka's comrade?
汚いぞ。桐生萌えか。
Regrettably, I was still about to pull the trigger.
二人だけで会うと約束しただろう。
Moeka doesn't answer.
いいから銃を捨てろ。
タイムマシンは渡せ。だから誰も殺すな。
だとしても。
Even though I'm still thrusting a gun at her, Moeka ignores it and looks back at me. Expressionless. Cold eyes.
監禁して二度と出されない。
Moeka takes the gun from my hand. She takes it back, while I'm unable to resist.
頼む。ハッキングのことを謝るから誰も殺さないでくれ。
I suddenly take a strong impact to the back of the head and collapse on the spot. My consciousness fades.
ターゲット B を確保。開始を頼む。
I knew it was useless. Even if Moeka's group doesn't kill her, Mayuri will be killed by the world. That's surely what the world's decided. That's Steins Gate's choice. What do you mean, Steins Gate's choice? You retarded? There's no such thing. There's no meaning to those words. It's just a catchphrase. But fate certainly exists. The will of the world. Natural providence. In other words, an absolute force that humans cannot oppose. I wake up in a station wagon. I'm lying down in the rear seat. The windows are all coated with black film, so with a single glance, I can't tell where we are or what's inside. I feel a throbbing pain on the back of my head. My hands are tied behind me. What time is it now? How long have I been unconscious? Aside from me, there's another man inside the car. I recognize him from a previous time leap. He's the one that stabbed Mayuri to death when we tried to escape by the taxi. So he was one of Moeka's comrades after all. The man seemed to have noticed I've woken up, but he doesn't call out to me. He just wordlessly shows me his gun. As long as I have this, you can't run away. It's like he said that. The car's clock says it's past 7. I look out of the window again. It seems the car's parked out on Kuromai, Hashidori. Meaning we're close to the lab. Has Moeka already attacked? I told all lab members, including Mayuri, to escape beforehand. She probably won't be killed by Moeka's group. Well, that might be true. I don't know if I save Mayuri or not. At this rate, Moeka's going to take the time leap machine away. What'll happen then? I'm fine as long as Mayuri is saved. But the will of the world will probably kill her. Since I have the time leap machine, I can still do trial and error. I plan to keep time leaping until Mayuri is saved. But if they take away the time machine, then the future will be decided. The future without Mayuri. As long as I can time leap, I can undo everything. Even if I get shot here and now, there's no problem as long as I'm not insta-killed. It's a hard fight since my bound hands restrict me to headbutts and kicks. I got hit by a bullet. The bleeding in my neck and chest won't stop, but neither will my adrenaline. I don't feel that much pain. Since I can move since I can move, I guess it's not a fatal wound. I go to the lab with my hands still tied. I'm afraid I might not be able to input the time leap machine's settings in this condition. Mayuri, Kurisu, and Daru were in the lab, and so were Moeka and her fellow men. When I open the door and rush in, everyone looks at me in surprise. Mayuri sees my tattered body, rushing over me while shedding tears. Stop. I try to stop that careless action. Moeka points her gun at Mayuri in the corner of my vision. I force my way through the trajectory. I cover Mayuri. But a man pulls me down from behind. Mayuri's small body collapses before my eyes. Her eyes widen. Her widened eyes look at me. Her eyes, wet with tears, have already lost their light. This result again. Again. Again! What happened after is the same. Suzuha defeats the Rounder men, and then appeared and Kurisu helps me time leap. The vibration of ultrasonic waves violates my eardrums. I'm in the lab development room when I come down. It's before 5 o'clock. A little more than 2 hours until my Yuri dies. The time leap machine is in the front of me. Maoka's goal is to restrain it. Is to restrain us, and to retrieve this. If only we never had this microwave phone in the first place. If only we never sent a D-mail. Then that absurd future would never have happened. Would anything change if I broke it? I lift up a pipe chair as if levitating it. I'm about to swing it down on this infernal machine.
Okabe! 何してんのよ!
Kurusu grabs my arm.
今、壊そうとした?
It's probably not a good idea, honestly. Because what if it happens again? Then you have no fucking time machine.
何も壊さなくったって。タイムリープはしない。そう決めたんだから、それでいいでしょ? とにかく、椅子を下ろして。
I slowly put the chair down. It's not that I'm obeying Kurisu. It's that I'm frightened to think about what would happen after I break it. This thing is to blame. But on the other hand, it's because of it that I could return here to the time when Mayuri is alive. If I lose this device, I can never start over again. It's that fear that caused me to stop.
顔色悪いな。どうしたのよ?
Very, very many things. Very many horrible, horrible fucking things.
聞いてんの? あ、ちょっと!
I rushed out of the lab since knowing to get involved with Kurisu. I don't really have a place in mind to run to. Walking on unsteady feet amongst the crowded Akiba streets, I surely have a dead look on my face. In the end, I get fed up with the crowd in front of the station and escape a pedestrian path. I squat down on the bridge. An Electron ad displays a goth punk band promo, along with today's forecast. That's when I first noticed that today's Friday the 13th. Is there no way to overcome this day of nightmares without Mayuri's death? It's already 5:30. The time of Mayuri's death comes ever closer. The lights around Akihabara Station begin to light up as day turns into night. Even in the new retro electric town Akiba, the station's style hasn't changed. I feel the evil of comfort. Couples appear here and there. They gaze at the completely uninterested scenery below, without tiring of embracing each other's bodies. The bridge I'm sitting on has become a date spot for couples. Why am I at a date spot? Mayuri's about to die.
そこの地べたに座ってるドキュン男。
Troll? Hey, Kurisu. Seems like you're here to cheer me up, huh? Or at the very least, slap some fucking sense into me. I urge you to try. I lift my head and see Kurisu standing there.
いきなり飛び出したと思ったら、こんなところにいたか。
なあ、クリスティーナ。
何よ。
今何時だ
？5時30ね。そんなところでドキュン行為してる暇があったら、買い出し付き合いなさいよ。
Shopping. Oh yeah, that's right. Preparations for the party. At first, I went shopping with the girl in the UPX supermarket. And at about the same time as now, we had a similar conversation on this bridge. Feels like so long ago now. Back then, I had no idea of the events followed shortly.
どうなの？買い出し。来るのか来ないのか。
Kurisu. If only you knew the hell that's been going on for the past couple hours. Or at least, past couple hours for me and Okabe. God damn it. Feels so tiring now. I don't think my time leap actions so far are wrong. But
クリス。
while I hang my head,
初めてまともに名前呼んだな。
while Kurisu stands up straight,
助けてくれ。
alone. I can't save my Yuri. Alone. I have limits. I've realized that. I've noticed it. But there's still meaning to me repeating the same time over and over. Tasting the same pain over and over. Receiving the same wounds over and over. Because of those experiences, I've quit being alone.
助けてくれ。
話して。あんたがタイムリープしたのは分かってる。
It was that obvious, huh?
何？
I look up in surprise. Without making eye contact, Kurisu leans on the guardrail, with a sour look. Our glances turn to the plaza seen in close field under the bridge.
あんたに誰かから電話がかかってきたと思ったら、いきなり表変したから。私の目はごまかせない。
3時間後から来た。
何があった？
真由里が殺された。
My nose pricks again and I put strength into my brow to hold back the tears. Then I explain about CERN, about Moeka, and about how Kurisu definitely put the time leap machine into operation. About how I've leapt 5 or 6 times already. And about how the world wishes for Mayuri's death. So no matter how hard I try, I can't evade it. And I kept talking and on for about 30 minutes. Kurisu didn't interject very often.
全て俺の責任だ。
By talking to Kurisu, I was about to sort everything I've done and everything I've seen.
セルンにハッキングしろなんて、タイムマシンを作ろうなんて、モエカをラボメンになんかするんじゃなかった。真由里が死ぬのは全て俺の責任なんだ。
And that's why I shouldered everything alone. I decided to definitely save my Yuri without giving a single complaint. But my heart was quickly broken.
そんなまずいことが起きようとしてるのに、あんたはなんでここでぼんやりしてるの？
Kurisu puts on a haughty tone, as if she were looking at the usual me.
わからなくなったからだ。
わからないって何が？
真由里を助ける方法が。
あんたの話を聞いた限りじゃ、時間順序保護仮説は本当だったってことになるのかな。
何をしてもどうやっても真由里が死んでしまうんだ。
だからタイムリープを延々と繰り返したか。タイムリープマシンは理論上絶対安全だと証明されているわけじゃない。
As usual, Kurisu mutters without looking at me.
これまでは何事もなく成功してたかもしれないけど、繰り返し使うことでどんな影響が出るかもわからない。
Humans are temporal beings. You were just about to quote that to me, aren't you?
もしかしたら時間の輪、つまり因果率から外れるかもしれない。あんたはそんな危険を冒してるの。そのことを自覚して。
因果率から外れるとは。
Humans are temporal beings, man. She's going to say it. She's told you this before.
SF 小説によくあるでしょ。閉じた時間の輪の中で永遠にさまよい続けるってこと。永久に年は取らないけど、永久に同じ日からは出られなくなる。最悪の場合、なかったことにされる可能性だってある。
Non-existent?
存在の抹消。あんたの18年だか19年だかの人生の痕跡すべてをあらゆる人間が最初から知らなかったことにされるかも。時間を飛び越えることはそれだけ危険な。
人間は根源的に時間的存在者である。
Kurusu loses her breath.
ハイデガーね。私も今その言葉を言おうと思ってた。
You're about 2 seconds away from quoting it to me.
お前から教わった言葉だ。
いつ？
俺はもう何度もタイムリープしている。
あ、なるほど。
Then Kurusu squats next to me while glaring.
あんたの話が本当だったとして、マユリを助けたい気持ちは私だって同じよ。でもタイムリープマシン製作に関わった人間の一人として、あれを何度も使うことは勧められない。あんたはそれでももがく。
Oh hell yes. Are you kidding me?
俺は
Alone. It's impossible. I know it's impossible.
だからお前に助けを求めたんだ。もがくために、マユリを助けるために。俺一人じゃダメだったが、クリスの協力があれば何とかできるかもしれない。できると信じたい。力を貸してくれ。
Kurusu sighs.
無茶しやがって、バカ。あんた壊れててもおかしくなかったんだからね。
Unbelievably, she sounded worried. She looks at me dearly, but then quickly turns away as if embarrassed.
協力はする。マユリは大切な仲間、ラボメンだから。それにあんたのそんな辛そうな姿見てられない。
すまない。
謝らないでよ。岡部、前に私の父親のことで相談に乗ってくれたでしょ。あの時だから今度は私があんたの力になる。あんたの力になりたい。それで一緒に青森まで行ってもらわないと。
She says that with a wry smile. A wry smile filled with gentleness, devoid of malice. The kind you'd use to admonish naughty kids.
止めたってタイムリープする気なんでしょ。何しろあんたは狂気のマッドサイエンティスト。いつだって独善的に生きてきたんだから。ちょっとそこは無論だ。はっはっはっはみたいに答えなさいよ。
そうだな。
調子狂うな。
What Kurusu said is the truth. I'd do anything to save my Yuri. Kurusu stands up and looks at her watch.
さて、もうあまり時間もないから、これからあたふたするより、もっとじっくり対策を練った方がいい。
つまり
今からもっと前の時間に飛んでおく。そこで改めて私に事情を説明して。
I really don't think you're gonna believe it back then. Kurusu's certainly right. Polishing up a counterplan is necessary. The result of all my random actions so far is that not a single attempt turned out smoothly. If I come more properly prepared, that result might change.
行こう。
Kurusu stretches out her hand. I grasp it and pull myself up. Mayuri and daughter were already returned to the lab. Suzuha also came. But Kurusu and I told them we forgot to do the shopping, and asked to postpone the party. I had to bribe them with some pocket money to stop the complaining, though.
マユリ本人はともかく、橋田にも話さないの？
必要になったら話す。
For now, it's not. And I have time to leisurely explain things. Leaving the time leap machine settings to Kurusu, I head downstairs to the Brown Tube workshop, kick the door open, and turn on the 42-inch Brown Tube TV. The workshop door broke fairly easily. I might get reported to the police, but I'll probably time leap before they can arrest me. When I return to the lab, Kurusu looks amazed.
住居侵入罪で逮捕されるわよ。
どうせ過去に戻れば今のはなかったことになる。
Kurusu hands me the headgear and puts it on.
そっか。あんたの主観じゃそうなるわけだ。私の主観だとどうなるんだろう。あんたが飛んだ後、ここはどうなる？
そのデータもすぐに取れる。
My memories are sent into the past. My memories are sent into the past. Another fun time leaping I've done so far. So what about the body left behind? Most likely it keeps flowing. The present will be. If it keeps flowing, the present will be reconstructed. But if the many worlds interpretation holds, then after I leave, this world will continue as if nothing happened. I used to be really interested in the truth of the world's structure, but now I don't really care. As long as I can save Mayuri. Kurusu's fingers stopped typing on the keyboard.
どうした？
考えたら思考がループしちゃってた。
D メールのような状態になるかもしれない。
With D-mails, the instant they sent into the past, the present world line changes. And aside from me, with my special ability of reading Steiner, nobody recognizes the changes in the world.
その方が楽だけど、悔しくもある。
データを観測できないからか？
そういうこと。
Kurusu nods and begins tinkering with the
テンス
settings
覚えて
again.
る？私がタイムリープマシンを完成させたのは2時過ぎだった。
Okay, what? I skipped that by accident. Hold on.
転送先は5時間前にしておいた。つまり午後1時40分くらい。覚えてる？私がタイムリープマシンを完成させたのは2時過ぎだった。
Alright then. Sorry about that. Is that right? For Kurusu, that happened only 5 hours ago. But for me, having repeated the same time over and over, 2 o'clock was several hundred hours ago.
時間にルーズな男は嫌われる。感謝しなさいよ。私は時計をよく見る癖があって、何時に何があったかは結構覚えてるの。
Well, damn. Finished with the keyboard, Kurusu turns to me.
いい、岡部。タイムリープマシンを使うなら、これだけは覚えておいて。携帯電話は絶対に手放さないこと。それはあんたの生命線、局所場指定のマーカーなの。それさえ持ち続けていれば、どの時間へも跳躍はできる。でももし手放してしまって誰かに使われたら。
If someone else uses it, then my memories would overwrite their brain. I don't think of what would happen. I don't want to think of what would happen next.
あるいは充電が切れたり壊されたりしたら。
If it runs out of battery, then I can't time leap to that time. If it's destroyed, then I just need to change models and keep that number. But I can't use it for the hours it takes to do it.
タイムリープは成功しない。だから絶対に携帯を手放しちゃダメ。
了解だ。
今日の昼間にタイムリープしたら、2時に私がマシンを完成させるまでは、あんたは特別なことはしてはいけない。これが完成しないと、きっとこの時間までの流れが大きく変わってしまう。完成したらすぐに実験はしないって宣言して全員解散させて。それから私に声をかけてくれればいい。未来から来たって言われれば多分私は信じる。
なんでわかる？
私のことは私が一番よく知ってる。
Kurusu grins faintly and stands up after she's done typing.
そもそも電話レンジを改良してタイムリープマシンを作ったのは私なのだぜ。
Oh, so you want me to play to your ego, huh?
さっきあんたからタイムリープしてきたって言われた時は自分の理論は間違ってなかったって思えた。成功してよかったって思えた。何の疑問もなくね。
Yep. You just want me to play up to the damn ego. I gotcha. I see.
念のためにキーワードを決めておきましょう。私の今一番欲しいものはマイフォークである。
に？
あ、いや、別に意味なんてないからな。
マイフォークが欲しいのか？
マイスプーンはもう持ってるからって、そこに興味持つな。はいはい。準備できた。いつでも行ける。
I nod, and without any hesitation, call the microwave phone number.
気をつけて。
Will do.
私はいつだってあんたの味方よ。
Kurusu lightly touches my shoulder and lets go. Bye. Thanks for the help. See ya. I recline on the sofa with phone in hand. The high school baseball game is broadcasting on TV. I understood just by seeing the high school's name, Kumamoto and Aichi. A prickling pain runs through my brain. The buzzing in my ears won't calm down either. It's hard to endure this unpleasant feeling, right after time leaping. Looking at the clock, it's about 1:45. What was going on at this time? In about 15 minutes, Kurusu will finish the time leap machine. She's just starting the final touches, so I don't have anything in particular to do. The pain in my brain pulls away. The top of my head starts throbbing. Why? Ah, that's right. Right before this, I got into a fight downstairs at the Brawn Tube workshop. A manager introduced his face to my noggin. Mayuri's at her sewing machine making her costume. Dora's at his computer, single-mindedly gathering Moe images. Chris is in the development room, adjusting a time leap machine. And I end up waiting for 15 minutes in the same position. And then the sound of the sewing machine suddenly stops.
おかりちょっと来て。
She holds the costume and tells me to sew.
これをね、持っててくれないかな。こうしてピローンって広げて。
マユシ、今のビローンもう一度。
ピロ
ビローン。
もうやだこの変態。
By the way, I'm just skipping, well, not skipping, but I'm going through this all really fast because I've already gone through it. Just FYI.
ありがとう。できた
I was supposed to say something now, but I don't remember what. I can't remember.
クリスちゃんより先にできたよ。競争してたんだ。
負けたわ。でもこっちももう終わりよ。
Kurusu finishes connecting the two cords she's holding.
完成。
Alright, now!
実験はしない。
Crap. Was that too soon?
いきなり全否定とか。私が何のために苦労して作ったと思ってんのよ。
タイムリープには問題が山積みだ。その点についてじっくり検証したい。
あんたにしてはまともな意見だな。
何が問題なのかな。完成したんじゃないの？
詳しくは後日説明する。今日はみんな疲れているだろうから解散にしよ
完成祝いにちょっとでもパーッとやったりしないの？
う。それも後日だ。
With that out of the way, I drive Mayuri and Daru out of the lab. Mayuri borrows my phone charger since we use the same brand. Kurusu tries to go home too, but I secretly keep her back.
何？
不満か？
ええ。
Maybe it's because I alienated her right after she finished the time leap machine. She was probably only relieved after she had time to fully consider its implications.
俺は5時間後から来た。
Kurusu stares at me with a piercing glare.
何の冗談？
Her narrowed eyes make me believe that looks could kill.
睨むな。お前言っていることが全然違うではないか。何が未来から来たと言われれば多分信じるだ。
は？何そのバカっぽいセリフ。
5時間後のお前が言ったんだぞ。
捏造しないで。私が多分信じるみたいな論理性皆無の発言するわけないでしょ。
I'd like to have a word with 5-hour future Kurisu. If it's come to this, then all I can do is quote Kurisu's word for word.
タイムリープが成功したことを聞かされたお前は何の疑問もなく自分の理論は間違ってなかったって思えた。成功してよかったって思えたとも。そもそも電話レンジを改良してタイムリープマシンを作ったのは私なのだぜ。
私はそんなのだぜみたいな話し方しない。
お前が今一番欲しいものはマイフォークである。
Kurisu's face suddenly turns red.
マイスプーンはすでに持っているそうだな。
そんなことまで話したのか？恨むぞ、5時間後の私。
She's seriously worried. In any case, it looks like I got her to believe me.
心の中を覗き見されたような気分よ。しかもよりによって岡部にと。
What does this girl think of me?
でもあんたの言うこと信じてよさそうね。詳しく聞かせて。
I explained everything to Kurisu again. It's the second time, so I was more organized than before.
なるほどね。あんたの言うことが事実ならかなりまずい状況だな。
There's still about 5 hours until Mayuri's death. We need to work out some sort of counterplan before then.
5時間後の私は時間順序保護仮説かもって言ってたらしいけど、それともちょっと違う気がする。あの仮説は因果率が狂う恐れがあるからタイムトラベルの可能性は量子論により否定されるっていうものよ。でもタイムリープの場合タイムパラドックスはそもそも起きない。
Two of me don't exist at the same time. I can't bring anything with me to the past either. The only change is the memory stored in the temporal lobe. Yes, at the very least, time leaping can't cause a grandfather paradox.
やはり世界の意志だ。宇宙そのものが検閲をするかのように俺が歪ませた地上の修正を行っているとしか思えない。
だとしたらタイムリープじゃマユリは救えないっていうことになる。何をしたって修正されちゃうんだから。
そんなのは認めない。
同意するわ。世界の意思説は非現実的すぎる。私は支持したくない。
多世界解釈ならどうだ。マユリが死なない可能性を観測できれば解決だ。
多世界解釈か。マユリの死に方がいつも違うっていうのは関係あるのかな。でも重ね合わせ状態になっているいくつもの可能性世界は相互観測が不可能なのに、あんたはどうして観測できてるの？
それはこの俺の特殊能力であるリーディングシュタイナーが。
ダメだこいつ、早く何とかしないと。
他に説明のしようがない。
特殊能力って あんたね、もしかしてそれ本気で言ってたのか？
ふざけているつもりはないぞ。
My eye can clearly perceive the world's reorganization. The D-mill experiments so far have made that clear.
特殊能力だかなんだか知らないけど、そんな不確定的なものを頼る気にはなれない。だいたいどの可能性を観測するかを制御しようがないんだから、多世界解釈だろうがなんだろうが、マユリが死なない可能性に至るのは無理よ。
待て、これでは話が進まないではないか。解釈の話はいいから、俺たちにできることを考えるべきだ。
タイムリープじゃ結果は変えられない。さっきそう言った。
じゃあどうするんだ？
落ち着け。
落ち着いていられるか？俺が一体何度マユリの死を目の当たりにしたと思ってるんだ。あいつが無残に血を流して生き絶えていくのを俺は目の前で何度も見ていたんだ。見ていることしかできなかったんだ。
I grind my teeth. When I remember those scenes, I'm driven by the frustration to blame everything around me.
感情に身を任せてたって何も解決しない。
当事者じゃないからそんなに冷静でいられるんだろう。
そうね。私には5時間後のことはわからない。正直なところ、実感が湧かない。
Well, it is real. You have to believe him on that one. Trust me, I've seen it too.
でも、あんたの言ってることを信じてないわけじゃない。岡部がしっかりしなきゃ。
His warm hand touches my arm. She gently pats it. How American.
悪かった。
Becoming emotional certainly is meaningless. I need to calm down like Kurisu said. Calm down.
そもそも原因が違うのに必ず同じ結果に至るというのが解せない。因果が歪んでいるとしか思えない。
マユリの死の原因は桐生萌香が発砲するじゃなくて、もっとマクロなことなんじゃない？タイムマシンを作ったことか、あるいはセルンにハッキングしたことがバレたことあたりね。その結果としてマユリが死ぬ。そう考えるなら因果は歪んでないって言える。
We just have to find the right cause.
苗に背中を押されて電車にひかれるのもそれで説明できるのか？
あ、そっか。でも因果率は絶対のルールなのよ。それを否定したら全ての物理学も否定されてしまう。
You know, it's been a while, but I feel like putting the wibbly-wobbly timey-wimey thing here. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna actually do that while I'm editing or not, but just a thought, and, well, not a thought, but just saying. I at least thought of putting it here when you said the cause and effect thing and it's absolute. Just throwing that out there. Not anything important, just a tidbit in my head right now.
だから必ずマユリが死ぬのには原因がある。
その原因さえ分かるならなんとかなるかも。
そうでもない。
どういうことだ？
その原因となる出来事がいつ起こったというのが問題になってくる。あまり時間が経っているようだと対処できないわ。
タイムリープマシンがあるから、携帯電話を持っている時代の範囲内ならどこへでも戻れるはずだろう。
戻れない。予測だけどタイムリープマシンは一度に最長で48時間しか跳躍できないと思う。
48 hours. So 2 days?
なぜ今さらそんなことを？
今さらってタイムリープマシンが完成したのはついさっきじゃない。
That's true.
5時間後のお前も言わなかった。
ああ、そういうことか。言い出すタイミングがなかったのかも。
で48時間しか飛べない理由は？
わからない。私もマシンの全ての原理や構造を理解して作ったわけじゃないから。連続での跳躍は可能よ。タイムリープマシンが存在している限りね。 例えば、10年後までタイムリープマシンが壊れずに残っていたのなら、10年の時間を遡ってくることはできる。単純計算で、1825回タイムリープする必要があるから、かなりのリスクになりそうだけど、とにかく、理論上は可能なの。
だったら何も問題は。
大あり。言ったでしょ？タイムリープマシンが存在している限りって。あのマシンはいつ完成した？
あ、
そう。ほんの1時間前。2010年8月13日の午後2時ぐらい。それ以前には存在していない。マシンを使うのは今日の2時以降じゃないと不可能なのよ。
つまり、過去方向へは
Counted 28 hours back from 14 o'clock on the 13th.
8月11日の14時までしか行けないと。
Kurusu nods with a serious look.
おそらく。
改良できないのか？
将来的にできるかもしれないけど、今のこの状況じゃ無理。もっときちんとした設備のあるところで、お金をたくさん使って、きちんとしたパーツを使えば、なんとかなるかもしれないけど、それをやろうとしても、どうせセルンに潰されると思う。未来の私かあんたが、未だにタイムリープしてきていないという回で、証明終了かな。
So basically.
結局、何もできないということではないか。タイムリープマシンがあっても、5時間後に、マユリがセルに殺される運命は、結局避けられないのかよ。
What? Then I hear a sound from the outside the window. Don't tell me it's Mocha. Did she overhear us just now? I rushed to the window and looked at the street below. Suzuha! She's hastily picking up her fallen bicycle. Our eyes meet.
あいつ、
Why is she so pale? Her lips faintly move. She seemed to whisper something, but I couldn't catch what she said from here.
おい！
I called out to her, but Suzuha quickly averts her eyes and rushes off on her bicycle. She's acting strange. I smell a conspiracy. Mocha was Cern's spy. She approached me by feigning a chance encounter. In that case... No! Suzuha could not be the same. I will not allow that. She came to save your ass. I should doubt everything. In the first place, Suzu's words also had some suspicious points like Moaka's. She doesn't hide her hostility towards Kurusu, and she single-handedly knocked down all of Cern's assassins. Yeah, that's a fucking reason why she shouldn't be an assassin, man. She'd probably be one of them if she was there, if she was a spy. I wonder if her father really exists. Is the John Tider posting on the internet her father? What's the meaning of the name Beryl Tider? Something might be happening. My intuition whispers so. That's why I rush out of the lab immediately.
ちょっと、どこ行くの？
I don't think I can catch up to a bicycle. But I've got a hunch. This development hasn't happened yet. I explained the situation to Kurusu, and Suzuha rushes off somewhere when she's overheard it. Probably speaking, Suzuha should have stayed at the Brown 2 workshop until 6:30 today. So I've got a feeling that something's happening. Suzuha's already too far to see, but she certainly went towards Chuodori. I wonder if her phone's on. Maybe I should just try and call her. That reminds me, something similar happened before. When she couldn't meet her father, she disappeared somewhere, leaving behind a farewell mail. I chased, but I couldn't find her, so I sent a demo to obstruct her disappearance. I'm certain I lost sight of her near the station back then. Did she disappear there? Where did Suzuha go when she couldn't meet her father? I try going to Chuodori, but can't find Suzuha after all. I think the rounders might be loitering close already, so I can't make any clear actions. Slipping into the sea of people, I keep randomly searching to see if that MTB is parked anywhere. I focus on checking the electronic town's exit, but I can't find the MTB. Since I lost sight of her before, I thought she might be close, but should I time leap and indirectly ask instead of slowly searching? Anyway, let's go back to the lab. I start to leave with that thought in mind when I notice the surrounding pedestrians start to stir. Everyone's looking up to the sky. No, not to the sky. The Radio Kaikon satellite. Why now? It's been left there for 2 weeks. It's already become a familiar part of the Yakuba scenery. And yet all the surrounding faces are wide-eyed, with gaping mouths. I look up right away. What the hell's going on? Revolving and lit. Is someone moving it? Wait, can it even move? If it can move, then by whom?
大真似鈴葉それとも桐生萌香か
In all my time lived so far, that satellite hasn't moved. Suzuha overheard my conversation with Kurisu and rushed out. That's an unprecedented development. And then the satellite, which abruptly began to move. Before, I lost sight of her at the station, or in other words, at Radio Kaikon. Suzuha's there! Everyone's standing still, looking up at the satellite. Now's my chance to sneak in without getting noticed. Radio Kaikon's shutters are half open, but like before when I called Moeka, I prepare for the worst and crawl into the crevice. Suzuha's mountain bike is tossed down inside.
やはりあいつか
Just what is she trying to do? Just what is that satellite? Is it related to John Titor? Is that thing a satellite? Nobody's admitted it. I looked online before, but no discarded satellite broke into the atmosphere that day. When a satellite is discarded, it normally enters the atmosphere at a steep angle and burns out. It's possible for it to fall in such perfect condition. Then what is it? Suddenly a shock runs through my body. Don't tell me. That's a time machine? I don't know if I go. I need to get there before Suzuha does something. I rush up the stairs since the elevator and escalator aren't operating. I get to the 8th floor, almost in the state of hypoxia. The satellite, lodged into Radio Kaikon's wall. Now a wire stretched around it, so it doesn't fall. The police probably did it. The flap on the main body is gaping open. Is that a hatch? I find a silhouette moving inside.
鈴葉
When I shout, the silhouette stops moving. I rush over to the satellite.
岡部凛太郎
What the hell are you doing in there? Suzuha looks back at me with fearful face. The satellite's interior is relatively simple. Hold on a second. You look weird there a little. I don't know, maybe it's just me. You look a little weird there. There's surprisingly few switches. It's completely different from the pictures of satellites I saw when I was young. Instead, there's a black box the size of a desktop PC with a gauge indicating numbers. The top line reads 2010.8.08.13 in red letters. The bottom line reads 1975.08.13. Suzuha tries reaching out to that black box. Sparks fly from the box and she withdraws her hand. When I take a good look, her fingertips are swollen red.
何をしている
動かない。
動かし方をしているのか
inside the satellite. Suzuha droops her shoulders and hangs her head, heartbroken.
動かないよ。
Sparks from the back box, obviously a short. The smell of something burning hurts my eyes.
答えろ。天音鈴葉。
I go up and timidly ask a question.
これはタイムマシンだな。お前はタイムトラベラーなのか？
Still hanging her head. Suzuha faintly nods.
私がジョン・タイターだよ。
What? Well, I kinda had my suspicions. I guess I was right.